Bonjour mesdemoiselles et messieurs, nous avons aujourd'hui une vidéo qui va nous parler du course outline pour le cours de sciences de 9e année. Alors ici c'est notre site web qu'on va utiliser, donc si on va sur notre cours de 9e, ici on va la document pour commencer. Nous avons ici 3 documents qui peuvent être utiles. Le premier est le curriculum de l'Ontario, donc comme il est édité, il s'agit d'aller voir pour la 9e si on veut savoir exactement qu'est-ce que c'est. Nous allons regarder ici le course outline. Le course outline est fait en anglais, donc on va le regarder ensemble. Citation in Grade 9 Academic Science are organized in 5 strands. The first focusing on scientific investigation skills, and the remaining 4 representing the major content area in science curriculum. Now, the course here, as mentioned here above, all courses within the HDSB are taught. Let's see if I can highlight it. Nice. All courses within HDSB are taught in learning environments that promote inclusive education and identify and eliminate discriminatory biases, systemic barriers, and power dynamics that limit the ability of students to participate, learn, grow, and succeed. All students see themselves reflected in the curriculum, their physical surroundings, and the broader environment so that they are engaged in and empowered by their learning experiences. So if you look at the 5 strands, they are the following. So the first one relates to scientific investigation skills and career exploration. The first point outlines that we need to be able to demonstrate scientific investigation skills in 4 areas: initiating and planning, performing and recording, analyzing and interpreting, and communicating. Second part is to identify and describe a variety of careers related to the fields of science under study and identify scientists, including Canadians, who have made contributions to those fields. This part here, this strand will be fully integrated in the 4 units we will be covering this year. So the first unit that we'll do this year will be sustainable ecosystems, with the first part being ecosystems are dynamic and have the ability to respond to change within limits while maintaining their ecological balance. Second portion will be for us to realize that people have the responsibility to regulate their impact on the sustainability of ecosystems in order to preserve them from for future generations. The other 3 strands will be, we will figure out the order later on, but the one is about electricity. And that one is to see that electricity is a form of energy produced from a variety of non-renewable and renewable sources. Second portion will be that the production and consumption of electrical energy has social, economic, and environmental implications. And the third portion will be that static and current electricity have distinct properties that determine how they are used. The third unit will be about Earth space science, and it will be the study of the universe. So different types of celestial objects in the solar system and universe have distinct properties that can be investigated and quantify. People use observational evidence of the properties of the solar system and the universe to develop theories to explain their formation and evolution. And the third part will be space exploration has generated knowledge, but at an enormous cost. The fourth unit will be about chemistry, and the plan is to finish the semester with this unit, and we'll talk about atoms, elements, and compounds. And the first part of that section will be that elements and compounds have specific physical and chemical properties that determine their practical uses, followed by the use of element and compounds has both positive and negative effects on society and the environment. Throughout the course, we'll focus on 6 learning skills, and learning skills and work habits are an important part of your growth. And learning skills and work habits will be taught, assessed, and evaluated and shared on your report card. This gives you and your parents' guardian valuable information about your learning. Now the 6 that will follow we will consider are responsibility, independent work, organization, collaboration, self-regulation, and initiative. Now, how will your mark be determined? The work we'll do during the semester will make up 70% of the final grade, and that will be all the work we do in class, presentations, learning, lessons, tests, projects, presentations, and so on. And we will consider 4 criteria. First is knowledge and understanding. So do you know what we're talking about given the unit we'll do? The second part is how we apply our knowledge to specific situation. The other one is how can we use critical and creative thinking skills and or processes to carry out science investigations, and how we can see science in our society. And communication is how you can understand what is being communicated and how you can communicate what we do in science, and still be keeping in mind that we need to understand what you're trying to communicate. There's a final 30% for the course, and 15% will be for a final summative task that will be done in the last 3 weeks of the semester, followed by an exam which will be done during the exam week of this semester. Other information that is available for you will be meeting timelines and academic honesty. Keep in mind that what we do in class will be based on what past scientists have done, knowing that we need to reference them and tell the audience where the information is from so that we can acknowledge them. Second is how the final 30% is looked into, and the last one is how a teacher determined report card grades. And these 3 documents are given by the board so that you can have a good look. So this document is found on the website, and you are welcome to go, and we're going to use this website throughout this semester. The other part is the achievement chart. So here are our 4 criteria. We're going to be working with level 1, 2, 3, 4. What we're looking for the in Ontario is that students are in level 3 and level 4. That's what we're looking for. Now, keeping in mind that the work we do for the first, let's say, first 5 or 6 weeks, it will give us a good baseline to where students are. So if you are level 1, 2, or 3, or 4, the aim is to acknowledge the level we're at and see if we can go to 1 level above for the midterm, and see how we can all be in level 3 or 4 for the end of the semester. We have here the level we'll consider different things. So about knowledge and understanding, there are 2 parts. Do we know the stuff, and can we understand what it means? With respect to thinking investigation, these are all the processes that we'll be using. First is how to formulate a question to have a good lab or a good project, how we can gather the data and redo an experiment if needed, and all of this making sure that we are doing it safely. And the third part is how can we analyze and interpret the data to come up with a conclusion on the basis of evidence. For communication, this is a science class. So the point is we want to make sure that students are able to communicate on the given topic to the proper audience, either the teacher or their friends with respect to presentation. I will focus maybe the social media, so some of you may be able to put the information on the web. The other one is the use of convention, vocabulary, and terminology of the discipline in oral, visual, or written forms. I will do, keeping in mind that the science class is for the French immersion program, I will in times review vocabulary. We will also look at sentence structure to make sure that we can all improve our French communication skills so that we can become better in science, but also in French. And the last portion here is about the application. The application is how we can apply the knowledge that we are learning in class into familiar context, and as well as unfamiliar context. So here is on what we have done in the past, what we know. This part here is knowing what we know. Can we use that to review or study a different topic. The other part here is making connection between science, technology, society, and environment. That's a bit like STEM. And here proposing courses of practical action to deal with problems relating to science, technology, society, and the environment. And that's for us to see that whatever we do in class, we can use it outside of the classroom, so that whatever we're doing, we keep in mind that we are all lifelong learners. Thank you very much for joining us. This is the first video for this class for this semester, starting in September. Welcome, and if you have any questions, you can always put comments at the bottom of the video. Take care. Bye-bye.